Chad Wilson, All Eyes DB Camp. Today we're going to talk about cover 3 cloud and 3 sky. I've got another video here in the All Eyes DB Camp members area where we just talk about a traditional cover 3 where we have one single high safety, so that's a safety aligned already in the middle of the field before the snap. 3 cloud and 3 sky now involves a 2 high safety look, as also known as a 2 shell, where it looks like it might be cover 2 or cover 4, something with a split safety alignment. So you've got a free safety on one hash, you've got a strong safety on the other hash. That's a 2 shell. So 3 sky, 3 cloud really comes out of that look. And first we're going to talk about 3 cloud. Why is the word cloud used? Now it could be different in some other defenses. Everyone has their own terminology, but just the basics of it. 3 cloud, you're using the word, a C word, which indicates that the corner to the strong side is going to be in the flat. Okay, so and that's why the word cloud is used. C, cloud, C for corner. That's the basics of it. And when you get into college or more complicated defenses, or where they're trying to disguise the calls that they might make, they might use a different word for cloud. But just right now in the basics, and that's what we're talking about right here, the word cloud is used, and it's because it starts with a C, and we're talking about the corner in this one. All right, so here's the deal. We've got a basic 2x2 set, 2 receivers to one side, 2 receivers to another side, your typical spread set. And we've got a 4-3, 2 high look, 2 high, again, 2 safeties high. And so now, how is cloud played? All right, I'm gonna put a circle around this corner on the strong side, because that's the guy we were talking about. That's who the whole call is basically made for. And 2 cloud means that this corner now, regularly in cover 3, this corner would have a deep 1/3, all right, as would the corner on the weak side. In 3 cloud, however, the corner on this side is going to be a rolled up corner, which means he's just going to be hanging out right there in the flat. And now why we call it cover 3 is because now this strong safety is going to buzz and run over the top. He's going to have that deep outside third that the corner would have in a regular cover 3 coverage, where there's one safety in the middle. So because this strong safety is now rotated over the top, we just can't leave the middle of the field open. So what's going to happen is the free safety, or the safety on the weak side, he's now going to buzz over to the middle, and now he's going to have the middle third. All right, so let's take a look at what we've got. Corner's up here in the flat area. All right, he's going to handle anything in those flats. He doesn't have to worry about the deep ball on his side of the field, because the strong safety now is going to come off of that hash right away and get over the top and be the deep third player on that strong side. As this strong safety rotates to the deep 1/3 on that strong side, free safety now is going to rotate to the middle of the field, and now he's just going to play the middle of the field as he would in a normal cover 3, only he was aligned up on the hash prior to the snap to make it look like it might be cover 2 or cover 4. But on the snap of the ball, he's going to buzz and go to the middle of the field. So now that we have a strong safety in the deep strong third, and we've got a free safety in the middle of the field, that leaves this corner on the backside, and he's going to have a third to this backside. All right, and this is where this sometimes can get screwed up, so you've got to pay attention. And as a cornerback, you just can't get lined up any old kind of way. You got to know which side is the strong side, which side is the weak side. You have to know that prior to the snap, because imagine you're thinking that this is the strong side of the field, and you stay rolled up in the flat on the weak side, and a free safety rotates to the middle. You don't need me to tell you that that's going to cause a big problem if any one of these receivers on the weak side goes deep. So very important corners. You need to know strong side, which side is the strong side, which side is the weak side, so you know what your assignments are, because they're not the same as they would be in a regular cover 3, where both of you guys would be going to a deep third. Very, very important. Who should communicate that? What side is strong? What side is weak? It's these 2 guys back here, all right? Free safety, you've got to communicate with the corner to your weak side. Let him know you're rotating out of there and that he has a deep third. And strong side, strong safety, you need to communicate to your corner that we're on the strong side here. You're going to be rolled up, and I'm going to be coming over the top of you. Come up with some kind of code words. Your coach should be providing you with that. If not, you guys come up with it, and it's just something that you say, maybe a little something that you yell out prior to the snap as the team lines up, and you know which side is the strong side, which side is the weak side, and you communicate that to your corners. It's very, very important. If we don't communicate in this coverage, the potential for a big play is there. So you have to communicate safeties and corners. All right, so what do the rest of the guys do in coverage here? So since on this strong side, this corner is responsible for the flat, the Sam backer, you're no longer responsible for getting out to the flat. In a normal cover 3, maybe you would cover the curl and then you would rally out to the flat or progress your way out to the flat area. You don't have to do that anymore because the guy right outside of you has the flat. So you're going to be a curl, possibly a hook area guy. All right, so you're in this curl area and you're going to have probably one half of that hook. Those are variations that your coach could make. You definitely got this curl area, okay? Flat is covered by this strong side corner, and you've got curl area and maybe perhaps the hook. All right, so middle linebacker, you're going to have this low hole area. And then you too can also rally out and help squeeze down on something in the hook area between you and that Sam. Mike backer, you could work either one of those hook areas based on what you're seeing out of the quarterback, the reads that you're getting as you're making your drop, because there's also a weak hook area that you would have to help out also. So sliding over to this side, now, will linebacker, your responsibility in this coverage is similar to what it would be in a regular cover 3 where there's one free safety in the middle of the field. You would have curl to flat area, curl to flat area. Why do you have that flat area? Because this corner on the weak side is not going to be in the flat as the strong side corner would be. You are going to be in the curl to flat area because this corner has a deep 1/3, okay? He's not going to be in the flat. So you have to be semi-responsible or fully responsible, depending on how your coach wants to play it, for the flat area. All right, so you'd be in that curl area first. If you were playing for me, you'd be in that curl area and we'd kind of just rally to the flat area based on what you're seeing, or if the routes take you out in that area. If you don't have a threat in your curl area, you could go ahead and progress your way out to the flat. And then also there's the hook area that Mike backer is going to work with you. So those are the basics right there of 3 cloud. Now I'm going to run it back and show you guys exactly what coverages or what responsibilities you have when 3 cloud now turns into 3 sky. Okay, so now let's talk about what happens when we play 3 sky. All right, now the word sky begins with an S. So what does that tell you? That means now the safety is going to be the one that comes down on the strong side, as opposed to the corner sitting in the flat when we had 3 cloud. Cloud starting with a C, C for corner. All right, so 3 sky. Let's talk about what that's going to look like. Again, 4-3, all right, is our alignment. 4-3. You can also do this out of a 3-4, but we're just talking about a 4-3 here. And we've got 2 high safeties, free safety, strong safety, sitting up high on the hashes. And now we're going to talk about what happens here. So pre-snap, it looks like it could be cover 2 or cover 4, and we're giving that disguised look to the offense, all right? But here's what changes. In cloud, this corner was sitting in the flat. He would have the flat area. He's no longer going to have that. He now must cover his deep 1/3 as he would in a regular cover 3 where we're aligned with a free safety only in the middle of the field. All right, here's where things change. Sam backer, now you're more in this hook area. You're going to stay more in this hook area. Well, there are some variations to this, all right? There are 2 ways to play this. So in one variation, that Sam backer would sit in that hook area, and the strong safety, all right, the safety, which Sky, he's going to be the one that comes down. He can come down into this curl area, and then he can progress out to the flat if the routes take him there, or if the ball takes him there. If the strong safety is coming down and he's going to be coming off of this hash, free safety now must rotate to the middle of that field, just like he would in cloud. So the free safety's responsibility does not change in sky or cloud. It is the same for him. Backside, weak side corner, his responsibility does not change either. He has a deep 1/3. He is in that deep 1/3. So with that being the case, nothing really changes for the will backer, the weak side linebacker. He's going to be in this curl area, and he would progress out to the flat. All right, nothing changes for the Mike backer. He's going to be in the low hole area, offering some help to more so because we've got a hook player on the strong side, a little more help to the hook on the weak side since we've already got a player playing inside there on the strong side. All right, that's one variation of it. Okay, here's another way that this could be played, and it has to do with the strong safety and Sam backer. Here's another way that this can be played. On the snap of the ball, we could send the Sam backer out to the flat area right now. All right, and you could do that, coaches, and you do that, players, if you feel like you might get something really quick out in that flat area. You don't want to rally to it. You don't necessarily want to give up that flat area right away because you're facing a team that's prone to throwing that flat route and you don't want to give it up. You can send the Sam backer there right now. And now the strong safety on a sky call, remember, S for sky, strong safety is the one that's going to be coming down. You could drop him down right here into this hook area. Now he has the hook. So basically the responsibilities of the Sam backer and the strong safety have been exchanged as opposed to what I just put up on the example right before this. I personally prefer this unless the ball is way off on the hashes. Let's say we're on, in high school and college, the hashes are wider. If you've got the ball way over here, the Sam backer is really more in that box. You want him paying more attention to the run game in here. You want your Sam backer handling that before your strong safety, and in which case your strong safety now would have to be the one coming down outside to the curl area and out to the flat. But if you've got this ball in the middle of the field, you can try this on for size. You can send the Sam backer right out to the flat and drop your strong safety down into the hook. So that's a very important thing for you to consider and think about. And you could attach another word onto that call where you talk about the responsibilities for strong safety and Sam. So you have two variations that you could use in this hook, curl, flat area on the strong side. And again, can just attach an extra name onto that. I'm talking to my coaches out there. If you want to have a variation on both of those and not give that same look on the strong side. But overall, this is basically what we're talking about. Again, it's sky, so the strong safety, the safety is the one that's going to be coming down now as opposed to the corner staying in the flat like they do in the cloud. So with that being the case in sky, the corner on the strong side, you're back to having a deep 1/3, as is the corner on the weak side. You have a deep 1/3. Free safety, you're rolling to the middle of the field and getting yourself deep. Middle linebacker, you're in a low hole with help to the weak side hook. Will backer, you're in this curl to flat area. All right, curl to flat area. And again, we have this variation here between the strong safety and the Sam backer. Sam backer can go to the flat right now. If that's what you want, he'll be replaced by the strong safety dropping down into the hook. Or you can leave this Sam backer in the hook area and take the strong safety down outside to the curl to flat area. A couple of things for you to consider and think about. When you have this free safety rolling to the middle of the field, don't have that free safeties. Don't weave. Don't backpedal to that middle of the field. Open your hips, run to that middle third at a 45-degree angle. When you get to that middle, now you can pedal and start getting your depth. All right? It takes too long for you to backpedal over there, and anything can happen up in this seam area. Oh, by the way, do need to point this out to you. So I'm telling you the strong safety's coming down. He has the hook area. Anytime I'm telling you that you have the hook area, all right, and please think about this back to the clouds when we're playing cloud also. Your hook area player, first thing you need to handle though is that seam route, okay? Seam route, very, very important. So if you've got this number 2 wide receiver, and just for the basics, number 2 meaning the second guy inside. This is the number 1 receiver. Same thing on this side. Number 2 guy inside, number 1 guy being outside. If you're getting a route by this number 2 receiver screaming down the field, down the seam, you don't just let that go, okay? You've got to get a piece of this guy, get a jam on him, alter this route somehow, and give your corner and give your free safety a chance to make a play on that if that's where the offense and the quarterback wants to go with the ball. So don't just let number 2 receivers scream by you and then you're playing the hook if no one is there. If you're a hook player, if you're a hook, or I mean not a hook, but if you're a curl area player, and I keep saying hook, but this is also the curl area, sorry. All right, so if you're dropping down, strong safety, you have the seam, curl, hook area. It has a lot to do with what this guy is doing. If he goes out in the flat right now, that Sam backer would have him if he's the one buzzing out to the flat. But if he's coming straight up this field, full speed, you gotta get a piece of him, strong safety, or whoever we have here, whether it's the Sam playing in the curl area or it's strong safety playing in the curl area. You've got to get a piece of number 2 receiver coming up this seam. You can't just let him run right up into this area and get a ball thrown to him. Curl area players got to get your first responsibility really is going to be that seam. Slow down that seam, get on that seam route, and the only time you would come off of it is if you get communication from your corner or someone else that you've got something else coming into your area. So your primary responsibility, and I didn't indicate that, I didn't emphasize that when I began explaining this coverage, your primary responsibility as a curl area player is to limit that seam, all right? Number 2 receiver coming up that seam, or anything coming up in that seam. If you were to get a wheel by this receiver and then number 1 was trying to come in here and go to the seam, you've got to get a piece of him if you're the curl area player. Same thing on this side. If one were to come in here and try and go up that seam, strong safety, Sam backer, whoever is responsible for the curl is also responsible for that seam. You can't just let a guy run right down there in between the corner and the free safety. So getting back to this, free safety. This is the reason why you don't backpedal over there. You've got to get your behind here, run, get to the middle of the field so that if they try to throw something in this seam right now, you're here sooner rather than later. If you're backpedaling, going to take too long, okay? Definitely going to take too long. Open, run, get to the middle of the field, and get your depth, okay? Going back to cloud real quick, if you're the strong safety that has to get over the top, same thing for you. Don't backpedal, taking your time and then get that depth. Open your hips, run 45 degrees. When you get to the numbers or you get outside in your deep third, then you pedal and get yourself some depth. All right, that's the difference between 3 cloud and 3 sky. Thank you for watching. All Eyes DB Camp. Consistency breeds results. If you have feedback on this or questions, feel free to send me an email, cwilson@alleyeysdbcamp.com. Thanks for watching.